It's up for grabs now!
Magic ball from Bergkamp to Patrick Vieira!
Oh, would you believe it? Oh, right, what a way to get it!
Fabulous solo goal by pierre-emerick.
Good afternoon. Fucking great weekend coming. Listen, welcome to the Arsenal Lounge. Doing an early one today. We decided to put this show together because, look, obviously yesterday was good. We were all stressed. We were all like heat of the moment. Today, cold, hard light a day, reflection and all of that sort of thing. I thought me and Shaheen could have a chat, just sift through some of the stuff that's being said, some of the stuff that went on, some of the stuff we saw, and looking forward to the next two games, potentially. Shaheen, how you doing, bro?
I'm good. I'm good. You?
Yeah, man. The only light about this conversation is coming through your back window. Nice bit of sun coming through there, bro.
Yeah, you know, it's not every day that you get sun in London, so you got to make use of it. Let's just say hi to some people in the chat.
Yeah, what's up from Swansea as well? Yeah, Zimbabwe.
Yeah, Arsenal Manic. That's my Iranian brother. How are you?
Is he Iranian? I didn't know that.
He's. I do see when he comments on the chat. I always see his comments, and some comments obviously in my language is funny, but I don't get a chance to respond to it. Johan, afternoon. Art from Swansea, afternoon, man. From Zimbabwe represents. Yes, my brother.
From the
Kevin Hendon. Kevin, how are you?
Yes, Kevin.
Mo, hi mate, you're right. And Arsenal Manic, yeah. Boy. So yeah, man,
yesterday
I was not as angry and vexed as you yesterday, because I sent you a text message before the game started, and I said I think we're gonna lose this today.
Yeah, you did.
So I was not surprised. I was just surprised with certain things in the game. And people know I'm not Arteta's biggest fan or Martin Odegaard, but at some points yesterday, I started to feel sorry for them, because it was one of those things that things are happening that is just out of your control, and you know what can you do about this? It's not something. The only thing the only thing I can criticize Mikel Arteta is his lineup and tactics. But during the game is where holding, you pick the tactics right or wrong, done. You got the team selection, right or wrong, it's there. But you can't count for someone like Rob Holding being stupid, get sent off in 7 minutes. Or Gabriel getting injured, and just all of that. And at some point I saw Odegaard getting a ball in midfield, and there was nobody to play up front too. So it was bad day, man. It was a bad day. In the office, people can talk about, referee, this, that, the other, penalty, which I'm sure you're gonna talk about. But it was a bad day as an Arsenal. As I said yesterday, on a grand scheme of things, it's not end of the world. It's still in our hands. All we have to do is go win in Newcastle and beat Everton at home, which are not an easy task, admittedly, but it's still in our hands as we speak. So it's just, it's never nice or easy losing a North London derby.
Listen, yeah, we could, I want to touch on a lot of these sort of pivotal moments that people have been talking about. Firstly, going back to the very beginnings. Some people have been stating in the chats and in recent tweets and all this stuff, I mean, hindsight. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. So is foresight, bro. So is foresight. Your job in management, as a coaching staff, as a football club, in any job really, is to try and look forward. Foresight. Now, especially in sport, when you're planning towards a specific tournament, a game, whatever it is, whatever sport you're involved with, it involves forward planning. So foresight is the key here. If we had mentioned over the last few weeks, leading up to this game, that we felt that we don't need to win this game, they do. Can you not look at this lineup and say we got it. He got it wrong. He did get it wrong.
It's just yeah, go on. It's just being naive, I think.
It was
You know that you think you can, you know, you can go to White Hart Lane, right? First time that all fans are gonna be there, as you said, Tottenham needing to win, so they're gonna be up for it. You're coming up against a team that has got 2 world-class forwards, and they've got a world-class manager who knows how to get results in big games. And you think you can just go there and continue play the way you know you played against Leeds or previous that, and you go there and you play yourself to victory. That is naive. That is what, you know. And on a Monday night show, we discussed, you know, I was the first person who said I worry about Cedric versus Son, and then you said you would actually play Tomiyasu versus Son to kind of manage him, and you know, and that was not identified by the manager.
No,
that Son is a threat, and that Son is the reason Holding got sent off, because I think Holding wanted to rough him up a little bit, but he didn't know how to, or he overstepped it. So, you know, every time Son had the ball and it came up against Holding, it was a foul. The first 2 or 3 fouls, I think Paul Tierney, he let go, and I knew next one he's in a book, and he was in a book, and this minute he got booked, I knew he's going to get sent off, and he got sent off. And even though that happened, still from the management side of things, you know, they did not see a problem there that, you know, Holding could get sent off. You know, and then sometimes this is where you need a leader, you need a captain on the field who would turn around and say, you know what, Rob, calm it down.
Yeah, get a grip.
Let go, you know, chill out for a bit, you know. Just be careful, because we don't want to go down to 10 men. Or maybe you ask somebody, El Neni or somebody, or xhaka, to come and help out a little bit. Make sure that for the next 10, 15 minutes, we control Son a little bit to calm it down, you know, and then we go again. That was not, again, acknowledged as a danger sign. And
I think the way we lined up was wrong in total. It's not even just, you said he didn't acknowledge the threat of Son. I don't think he acknowledged the entire circumstance, the situation itself, because we did not need to win that game, right? And I will accept naivety when it comes to certain players within our team, right? Because there's a lot of youngsters. Holding is not really someone you would deem as a youngster, but naivety from the players potentially here and there. I don't think this was naivety from Arteta, because he's been in this job for a couple of years now. He's made a lot of bad decisions, and more he's been making some decent decisions. How has he gone into this game thinking, you know what, I'm going to go to Spurs, whose strengths are counter-attacking football, and I'm going to go at them, even though we don't need to win, and they do? How? In what world do you sit there as a tactic and say, let's look at our opposition's strength, let's look at their weaknesses, let's look at where they struggle, let's look at where we struggle and where our strengths are, and go, right, what results are good for us? Draw, and yeah, at a push, a win would seal it there and then. Yeah, but a draw was enough. What then makes you look at that and go, right, so on paper, we're going to go high press, go at them. I know we started all right. We did start all right. And everyone's mentioned we started all right. But it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And on top of that, the naivety, the players did not handle the occasion. And on top of that, you have the nous to turn around and get Tomiyasu and say, we're playing Leeds. Look at their weaknesses and look at their strengths. Rafinha is one of their best players. You know what? I'm going to put Tomiyasu out there to handle Rafinha because we need to win this game. How can you do that in a game against Leeds at home, but then not do the same sort of mentality, have the same sort of mentality against Spurs and go, do you know what? The danger is Son and Kane. We need to eliminate Son and the service, and we need to stop Kane. Those are the two areas. And he didn't do it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And as I said earlier, it just shows naivety, inexperience, and a bit of arrogance that you think we can just go there and do this. I think I'm shocked if what I'm about to say is true, but maybe he saw Kulilovsky if I pronounced it right. A bigger
yeah.
Kulusevski, a bigger threat than Son.
No. Really?
As I said, I'll be shocked if that's the case.
Hold on.
Should we just go through some of the comments on the chat?
Yeah, go for it, man.
You want to fancy it?
Yeah, go for it.
Arsenal Manic High, big up.
I just say that in Iraqi.
We don't have the equivalent. Ismail said, "Did you see Mourinho's comment on Palestine?" I haven't actually, and I think it's what's happening in Palestine is just
let us know. Oh my god! Did you see those scenes?
Yeah.
Man,
I mean, I put out a tweet earlier, and I just hope that people will put out the same energy and the same effort that they put in a Ukrainian cause, which again, you know, it needs attention, and people in Ukraine, they deserve a lot of time and.
Bro, anyone in war-torn countries deserves backing.
When it comes to Palestine, it just seems. I mean, mind you, today I've seen a lot of people on Twitter, like Gary Lineker, Piers Morgan, quite a few people tweeting things out. Like what's going on?
There was one guy in a light grey t-shirt. Yeah, he was carrying it.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And the guy kept on hitting him despite the fact he could defend himself. But anyway, do you know what? I don't want to talk about it. It's wound me up as a.
Johan says, "Why is it when it comes to Drew pressure game we crumble?" That's a good point, man. That's a good point.
Man. We do.
Yeah, couldn't Arteta what they got yell at Holding to calm down? Yeah, this is exactly what we discussed earlier.
Does he need to be told? Like he's a grown-ass man. He's grown-ass man enough to go to Turkey and get himself a new hair. Yeah, get himself some new hair. He should be a grown-ass man to know when he needs to calm his ass down. Like we could see it. I could see it from my sofa.
Another thing about last night, Lev, I think, you know, a lot of people who've been calling for Nketiah to get a new contract and this and that, we'll maybe now revisit that a little bit. You know, I'm not blaming yesterday on him. I'm not saying he should have done more.
We've always maintained he isn't good enough.
Yeah, you know, and I'm not saying if, you know, it's because of him that we lost, because it's not. And once you go down to 10 man, there's not a lot that he could have done. But just even before that, you could see that. I think even if we didn't go down to 10 man, he would have struggled against Tottenham defenders. But as I said, a very, very disappointing result, man. And it's just going to make it. We always seem to make it hard for ourselves.
Well, let's talk about the pivotal decisions then, because
go on.
Yesterday, when I cold light a day, I'm not even gonna lie to you. First up. Watched it. When I saw what happened, I lost my shit. I think my neighbors must have gone mad because I was going ape shit. Yeah. So then, to calm myself down, I left. Didn't go back for the second half because I was fuming. I knew the game was over after that, and I went for a walk. Came back. Started looking at the socials. Yeah. Some people that like we consider friends and all that. Everyone's got different opinions. Yeah. So some were saying. Never a pen, like at the moment it happened, cheating this and diving and all that. So the way I thought I'd go back and look at it this morning, because obviously I was fuming at the time and I thought, have I got it wrong here? Like maybe it's me. Maybe because I was so desperate for us to win, maybe it wasn't Rob Holding's fault. That, you know, because some people were saying Son ran into him. I think even Tom said it on a tweet. So, like, I'm like, maybe I got it wrong. So I've gone back this morning and looked at it. And the question I asked myself is this. If it happened the opposite the way around and it was one of our players, we'd be calling for pen, although I agree the pen was soft. Yeah? But when you look at it in slow-mo, man's not looking at the ball. He's lost his marker. He's facing the wrong way. And if you really look at it closely, he does lean in with his elbow. And when you're in the air, it doesn't take much to put you off balance. He should have just let the man header it and see where it transpired, right? That was a penalty. If it was one of our players, I'd be asking for it. Is it soft? Yes. Is it a pen? Yes.
I agree with you on that. And you know what? I used to play a long time ago. And I used to play as a centre-back. And we used to play Sunday League. And then there was a guy who was coaching us and everything. And I remember he used to always tell us, don't put yourself in a position that you're giving ref something to think about.
Yeah.
That's
know
exactly what Cedric has done.
Yeah,
that's exactly what Cedric has done. But what he's done, he's kind of given the ref, who I must admit couldn't wait quick enough to blow for the penalty, something to think about. Son has made the most out of it. He went down as if he's been shot, and it all happened in a space of 3 to 5 seconds.
Yeah,
that he went boom, jump in the air, touch his son, Paul Tierney straight away, blows a whistle, penalty.
yeah. Listen, we know that the refs. Listen, I don't want to hear these excuses anymore about refs. The first thing Arteta did when he came out was blame the ref, right? Okay, I get it, but bruv, we already know the refs have got it in for us. You've got to go in with the mentality that, listen, we cannot slip up. If we give them any excuse, they're going to get us. If we give a referee any excuse, he's going to book us. You've got to go in with that mentality. You don't go in with a mentality of, oh, guys up in the air trying to header the ball, I'm going to give him a little nudge and hope I get away with it, because you're not going to get away with it. You don't go in for the challenges that Holding did and expect to get away with it, especially in the London derby. And let's be frank here. I think Keown
that early as well, Lev. That early as well.
Keown barely touched on it, didn't really go into it. But let's be honest, from a spectacle perspective, this makes the whole top 4 last 2 games far more interesting. Right? If we had won last night, it was over. These next 2 games, they're going to have viewing figures through the roof. So, of course, it's in their interest to do this. Of course, it's in their interest for Spurs to win. And we have gone and played straight into their hands with the way we acted. Simple. So, don't sit there looking for excuses. And someone in here has said that Tom said that maybe Holding should have got a straight red. Yeah, I saw that this morning. He's done the same thing as me. Clearly, he's gone back, reviewed it, and agreed.
If you're saying that there was an incident earlier prior to that when Holding just flicked Son on his head, Son has elbowed him in the face.
Yeah, but what did Holding make of it, and what did Son make of his?
That's the difference. And you know what? People say this about Son is one of those players. He's a quality footballer, yeah, but he's a prick. He's not a nice player. He's not a nice guy, innocent guy. No.
But what nice guys though, bro?
He's got but he's got that.
Was he right nice on the pitch? He was horrible.
No, I know that, but he's got that cheating thing in him when he goes down every time you touch him. Oh, he does this. Oh, he does that, and he did that against. You have to give him credit. It was clever. It's not nice. You don't want it. You don't want it when it happens against you. But he was clever against Rob Holding. Especially after he got booked, he knew next foul, Rob Holding is off. Because every time he come up against, I don't remember one time he come up against Holding and Holding actually managed it well and you got the ball. Every time Son came up, boom, foul. Next thing happens, yellow card. Next foul, off. And maybe VAR should have looked at that elbow as well on Rob Holding's face. And maybe it's a lesson for Rob Holding to learn as well. Because if Rob Holding then grabbed his face and started rolling around on the pitch like other footballers do, maybe they would have looked at it.
Yeah, but bro, it was such a blatant. It was so stupid. Like, it was just stupid. It was Sunday league level stupid, right?
Yeah. What's interesting for me, Lev, on this? What's interesting for me is, in the past, we've seen players being frozen out and sold for a lot less than that. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen to Rob Holding now.
Well, bro, listen, these are a few other things I wanted to air today.
What? Hold on. Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, I love it when people get you.
Zaki,
don't get me going, blood.
Shahid, you can't say that about Son because he does a lot of charity work.
He meant on the football field, Zaki. He didn't mean like he knows him personally. He doesn't like. Listen, there's a lot of people. I was one. I like to think I'm quite a nice guy off field. When I used to go on the pitch, I was nasty. You've seen me on the field anyway, you know what I could be like. At the end of the day, what you like on the football pitch is not a representation of what you like off the football pitch, Zaki. So I don't know if that's relevant. But can I just there's a few other things people have been saying. Obviously Arteta, the penalty changed the game and all this stuff, right? And also I watched Match of the Day and Ian Wright said it was clear that Holding was scared of Son, right? He feared him. That's what he said, right? I don't want players in my club that fear players, man. Was Tony Adams scared of anyone? Tony Adams didn't have pace. Well, did he fear anyone?
No.
Did Keown fear anyone? Did Sol Campbell fear anyone? Did Dixon Winterberg, did any of our defenders fear anyone? I don't want players in my team if they're so scared that they've got to go and do stupidness like that and lose their head. He's weak mentally. Maybe they done something to his head when they fixed his hair in Turkey. I don't know. Maybe they took his brain out. Not sure. But the way he reacted yesterday, you could see he was going to get sent off. You could see it. So I don't want to hear no excuses about referees. I don't want to hear no excuses about people being scared or this, that, and the other. I don't want to hear people telling me that Cedric, it was right to play Cedric on the right, because it wasn't. I don't want to hear it. If you don't think we've got a strong enough defense, then play a back three and some wing backs and get them to tuck in, frustrate them for a while.
Yeah, people were talking about Arteta bringing back this, this streetwise mentality to Arsenal, this and that. I didn't see any of that yesterday. I didn't see any game management. I didn't see any streetwise attitude. I didn't see players turning up for the occasion. I didn't see that.
No.
The midfield was better than us. It makes, listen, Newcastle away now. It's a tough game. Sorry, you were going through decisions. I don't want to go.
No, bro. I'm just here to have a chat. Like, it doesn't matter. There's no sort of criteria or format. We're just talking. But I've seen, like, again.
Lev,
go on.
Can I say something? Sorry to interrupt you.
You always interrupt me.
Sorry, man. I just remembered.
Can you make it quick? Make it quick.
Yeah,
make it quick.
That 3-0 could have been a lot worse had it not been for Ramsdale. He made 2 world-class saves, man. One from Emerson Royal header down, and the other one was Harry Kane shot. That could have easily been like 4 or 5, man.
Kirtan Shetty asks, we're going to go through some of these, yeah. Lev, please, can you explain why 7 Arsenal players got a booking, Spurs only get 1 card? Kirtan, the only thing I could say, bro, is when a team plays at home, generally with the big fan base behind them, cheering them on, a bit of a cauldron, tends to be the home side gets a lot of the decisions. We played into their hands because a lot of our players were mentally gone. They were thinking with their, like, emotion. They weren't playing the game. The difference is Spurs played the game. They played the game. We handed them the game, and they continued to play the game. Right? We didn't play the game. We played the occasion. That's the difference. Hello, Lee, Ben Davies, whatever you are, bruv. It's not over yet. We've still got 2 games to go. Anything can happen. Let's see. Here we go. Sean says, Lev, we played the back 3 when we didn't have the ball. Listen, we should have started with a back 3, right? And I'm not being funny. You're going to play Tomiyasu against Newcastle in centre-back now, and you're going to have to play Tavares. So you've tried to avoid playing Tavares and then turn around and put flipping Tomiyasu on the left back and kept, no, I'm sorry. That was a huge, bad decision. Yes, Arsenal, man. Tell them hit the like button. Hit the like buttons. Subscribe if you haven't already. Mate, listen, these next 2 games are pivotal, bro. Like, there's people in here, Spurs fans in here, and listen, all banter aside, we're all human first, yeah? So we're not going to be nasty to each other. Spurs fans in here, naturally, they're upbeat about it, but there's still 2 games to go. We're still 1 point ahead. If we beat Newcastle, I'm going to tell Spurs fans this right now, especially the one putting foolish holding, and I don't know what his name is because I can't read that language because I'm not
Chinese,
sure what it
I
is.
think.
Now, my Chinese is a bit rusty. But what I will say is it's not over yet. It's not over yet. And if we beat Newcastle, we're going to win this. We will get top 4. Because I can see us beating Everton. So you can sit there, keep giving it.
You know what? Look, you say that, but this Newcastle way, man, it's a bit of a...
Yeah, this is a typical game.
One. And just so people, 7:30, so it's about an hour time, I'm going on a Newcastle channel to talk about Arsenal Newcastle with them from the Newcastle point of view. I think Dan Potts is coming on as well, and I've retweeted the show on our Twitter page. So if you want to go and find that and click on the link, so you can come and see the show and then it's going to be a couple of Geordie guys
going on the tsunami, yeah, having the show.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how they're going to see it, because I would have hoped for this game to be a meaningless game for both parties. We would have qualified for Champions League over and done. They don't, they're mid-table. They're not going to get relegated. They're not going to go anything. It would have been right. But now it's a different game, and
can't believe we're not going together, man. That's where Ant and Deck are from, innit? We're the Middle Eastern Ant and Deck, bruv. You know that's true. Come on.
Yeah, so people just come and show support and show up for the Arsenal there. But yeah, Newcastle away, man. I'll tell you what. I'll ask you a question, Liv. Would you rather have our rest 2 remaining games or Spurs' 2 remaining games?
100%. Not gonna lie to you. I'm not bullshit. Like Norwich, last game of the season. Norwich, Burnley. Is Burnley at home or is it away?
Burnley is, I don't know, I'm going to find out.
Can someone confirm to me? Oi, Spurs boy in here giving me spams and shit and loving Sonny to death. I don't know what this man love is, but can you tell me if you're playing at home or away?
Fuck, it's home.
It's at home. Are they both at home?
Norwich is away.
So what? Norwich is done, aren't they? Aren't they down already?
Yeah, but yeah, Norwich are down already. But I mean, I expect Tottenham to beat Burnley at home, and I also expect them to beat Norwich away. So we're really got
Spurs. They do.
But you know what?
Have the ability to bottle shit.
I know, but it will be a good thing for us if Tottenham beat Spurs. Not Tottenham beat Burnley.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because that means Everton are safe. So when Everton come to the Emirates on the last game of the season, they don't have to play for their lives.
Yeah, but I can't want Spurs to win anything, bro. I don't care. I don't even want them to win.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, I don't expect them to lose to Burnley at home, right? I expect them to win. I don't think Antonio Conte will let them, be complacent. And I would like Everton to come to Emirates on last day of season being safe, because then they're not bothered. They're not coming in going, we're playing for our lives here. That will make it a difficult game. I want them to come here being safe. Last game of the season, let's get it over and done with, and it gives us a more chance to win.
Maybe. Look, it is possible that someone like Burnley could nick a draw. Even a draw screws them up. Do you know what I mean?
The only thing I'm sure that Burnley are not stupid enough to go and play against Spurs, so they will sit back and defend.
Yeah,
and Tottenham have always struggled to break teams down.
Listen, we just got to play the next 2 games. Like, we have to win them. We can't care about what Spurs are doing, what their games are like. We've just got to say the next. Listen, this simplifies things for Arsenal. You got to win both games. 2 games back to back. You have to win. You win it. These are the sort of things you need to do to achieve top 4. If you don't do it, then you don't deserve top 4. It's as simple as that. There's no other way around it. I don't buy into all this stuff where people say, "Oh, Arsenal are only in this race because other teams are worse," well, that's the same every season, bro. Some teams don't perform, let other teams in. Spurs were not getting top 4 for years. We were doing it 21 years in a row. We had a bad little phase, they got in, and so on and so on. Man United were there, now they're not. This is just cycles. So don't use these excuses. It's just pointless. So I don't know, man.
If you go back to from beginning of April. Okay, Arsenal Manic has pointed out a good thing, and I'm going to go through it. From beginning of April, these are Newcastle games. Okay, so Tottenham has beat them 5-1.
Yeah,
this is at Tottenham's ground, and then Newcastle have beaten Wolves at St James's Park 1-0. Then they beaten Leicester City at St James's Park 2-1. Then they beaten Crystal Palace at St James's Park 1-0. They beat Norwich away 3-0. They lost at home 1-0 to Liverpool. Then they went away to Man City, and Man City put 5 past them.
Listen, they're beatable, man. They are beatable. But my concern is, what has this game taken out of us? Now, there's a question, and I'll put this out to everyone in the chats as well. This response from Arteta after the game, yeah, the referee, I don't want to talk about it. We're going to get, if I talk about it, I'll be suspended for 6 months. And then he's asked, how, do you feel your players let you down? No, I'm proud of my players. Do you think he means this? Or do you think he knows with these 2 remaining games, he has to try and create some sort of mental sort of focus in the sense that they've been wronged. So they go into these next 2 games trying to get the results.
I don't think he would have come out in the media and said Rob Holding is an idiot. So he would come out and deflect the attention from the players. He would come and say, yeah, the referee this, ref that, the other. But I don't think you can blame referee for any of the goals last night.
He was
Rob
really
Holding,
he was really
Rob Holding deserved to be sent off. Let's agree on that.
Yeah, he did.
Right. So it's not like, oh, it was harsh and this and that. If he didn't send him off,
if that was one of our attacking players,
that foul that he sent him off. If he didn't send him off for that, he would have sent him off for another one, because I'll guarantee you Rob Holding would have committed another foul. Right. The penalty, yeah, you would say soft. It was quick to give a penalty, but it was a penalty, soft or not. At the end of the day, it's a penalty. And the other goal is nothing to do with the ref. So to come out and blame that on referee, I think he was deflecting attention from the players. And he needs to do that because he needs the players to be on top form mentally, because they're not going to have a lot of time to rest. They're playing Monday night.
Might be a good thing, though. Not to think about it too much.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, look, Arteta is gonna, how do you say, he's gonna earn his money now. This is the time. This is the fixture that you get your players up for that.
Can we look at this comment from Wilson T? This is a grown-ass man who's got nothing better to do. Like, who sits there at 6:30 in the evening and goes, I'm gonna log into a show and just call people a pair of muppets?
But you know what, Lev? Do you know what?
Wilson!
Hold on. I just wanted to, Wilson, can you please, no problem, right? You think me and Lev are a bunch of muppets. Cool.
I don't care.
Can you tell me why? Can you please tell us why do you think we're a pair of muppets?
Well, I don't want to know why. I just want to.
I just want to know what's his thinking behind this. That's all.
I just want to block him, man.
Don't block him.
Oi, and blue eyes, you shouldn't be using that terminology, no? I just thought I'd mention that. Shouldn't be using that. That's what we've heard anyway. Wilson!
Yeah. Anyway, let's see what...
Do you know that movie?
What, with Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the ball, he's calling that
Castaway.
ball.
Wilson, isn't it?
Castaway, I think he's called, no?
Wilson! Yeah, go on.
Yeah, Castaway. Yeah, so for me, it was just... I don't know, man. It was wrong. A lot of things about last night was wrong. But I want to ask you something, Lev. Do you think, had we not got Rob Holding sent off, had we not got Rob Holding sent off, do you think we would have still won the game, or the outcome would have been the same?
Listen, who knows? If my auntie had it'd be my uncle, as they say. But like, what I do know is the teams with the right mentality, when things go against them, what they do is they regroup and they give themselves a chance. How many games have we had where, on the opposite side, where we were on the ascendancy all over a team, but somehow ended up losing? How many times have you seen that happen? So if we stayed in the game after we conceded that penalty, we could have used that. The top teams would have used that as fuel to push them on and say, we need to get back into this game. We've been wronged. What we've done is we've capitulated, and people like Holding, for me, epitomizes that type of player that just doesn't cut it at top level. He doesn't. And people saying, forget about this Saliba convo. If this didn't happen yesterday, I've been saying the Saliba thing all season, haven't I, Shaheen? You can vouch for me. I've been talking about Saliba all season. When you look at who you keep and who you get rid of, I would have put Holding on loan and kept Saliba. I wouldn't have put Saliba on loan. So there you go.
But Lev, you say this, right? When they sent the William Saliba that you see today, right, is not the William Saliba that we sent out alone. He's played a whole season. He's a lot better.
Why couldn't he play a whole season for us?
He wouldn't have. He wouldn't have got in front of Ben White and Gabriel.
Right now he would have, because White's injured. Gabriel's
right
injured.
now he would have, but he wouldn't have played the whole season.
How many games has Holding had? How many games has Holding had recently? The most pivotal running, and he's playing. And even now, Holding.
I know, but Rob Holding has had experience. Look, I like William Saliba. Right? I am his fan, but I'm just saying, people are saying, oh, if Saliba was here, look at what Saliba is doing. I'm just saying, look, Saliba's played the whole season. He's a lot better than when we sent him out. Now, the problem is, this is what I fear, that they will sell Saliba in summer.
Well, look, if you're Saliba and we don't get in the top 4, and Marseille have just made Champions League, do you don't want to come back? I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. I haven't checked the tables. I haven't checked the tables. Let us know. What is this comment, by the way? Look at this. There's a guy called Barnabas who's put Lavinga Singh Shah. Does he think I'm Indian or something? I don't understand that. Weird. There's some weird people in chats, you know that. There's some weird people in YouTube in general, man. Arteta hates Saliba.
Marseille are second in the league.
Thank you. Right? So why?
You know, they conceded 23 goals. No, they conceded 36 goals all season.
Man, listen, even as a... No, I'm not Sikh. What is wrong with you guys, man? Not like there's anything wrong with being Sikh, but like, I'm sick of this conversation. Saliba, even at base level, before he went on loan, and Holding, I still preferred Saliba.
That's fair. That's fair enough. But I think the thinking was that in order for us to get the best of Saliba, he needs to play regularly a whole season, and he wouldn't have got that at Arsenal. So that's why they sent him out. And you know, and obviously you've seen that. The interesting thing is, if he does come back, are they gonna? Who is he gonna replace? Is he gonna? I don't see him dropping White with Gabriel.
Holding straight away. Get rid.
No, but is Saliba cool coming here sitting on a bench?
What? You know what? I will tell you this right now. If we call Saliba back, he's taking one of either White's or Gabriel's position, and I don't think it'll be.
You
Gabriel.
think so?
Yes.
I doubt it. I don't.
I'm not saying Arteta will put him straight in. I'm saying he will take it. He will play and he will take it. He's better than he's a better ball player than Ben White. He's a better athlete than Ben White. He's quicker than Ben White. I think he would listen. What a good problem that would be to have, though. Terence Tibbs, talk to me. Lev talking crap. Go on then, Terence. Tell me why I'm talking crap, bruv.
It's interesting. The guy who called us a muppet asked him why he still hasn't come back.
But Lev, talk to me.
Lev, do you know what?
Yeah.
Would it be an idea? And I don't know if this is a non-starter, and I'd like to see what people think in the chat as well. That if he does come back, would it be an idea for Arteta to play 3 at the back?
Potentially.
You know, Tierney left wing, Tomiyasu right wing.
Yeah, 100. That would be how strong would
you got 3 at the back, Thomas Partey in the middle.
Yeah. Or at least have the option to do it. You know
what? You know how I would do it? I'll play 3 at the back, Tomiyasu or Tierney wing. I'll play 2 midfielders, Thomas Partey with a proper, maybe an Odegaard or somebody, or number 8. And then you got a number 10, and I'll play 2 up front. And you can change that. For example, when you're going away to a tough place, you can change that. You know, you can put another person in the midfield so you don't get run over.
Yeah, listen, it's even if it's not as the main system, it's still great to have that option when you play against the bigger sides and or away. If he
signs a good striker and Gabriel Jesus. And I saw something on Twitter just before I come on that if we do qualify for Champions League, Dybala is one name that will be, you know,
Oh, there's some seriously racist comments in our chat at the moment. London is white. London is white. Like,
no, London is
you
white.
mean-
I mean, he's talking about Tottenham. Like,
No, I know
don't
that,
think-
bro. I know that, bro.
Yeah, what the way you said the racist thing, I was like, nah, man. But I don't know, man.
Apparently, I'm too
Racist thing
emotional.
like,
for
oh, what's
YouTube.
happening? Who's saying what?
I'm too emotional for YouTube. Hold on. Lev, you said no excuses about the result, says Sean C. Yeah. About the result. Let's not bring Saliba into the conversation. That has nothing that could be done now. No, listen, I'm not saying that yesterday's result was down to Saliba not being here, but you cannot deny. All right, let me ask you this question then. Looking back at things, would you have rather had Saliba or Holding for the whole season? Answer that question. Let me know.
Are you asking me or people in the chat?
No, just the people in the chat. You can answer it as well if you want.
Oh, who is this guy, man? Bronx
Which one?
Silicon. Fuck off.
Mugs. He can't even spell losers. Look how he spelled losers. Can I bring it up? Oh, don't block him.
No, man.
Oh, man. I was going to have a bit of fun with that.
No, you can have fun with somebody else. I don't know, man. At the time, Saliba was quite raw. So you got to consider that.
I don't care. Chicken's
No,
raw.
you
Cook
can't
it
say you
right. It's
don't
nice
care.
to
Listen,
eat. No?
I'll put it this way. Put it this way, right? Let's say we got rid of Holding, kept Saliba, right? Saliba came on 2 or 3 games. Yeah, he doesn't look good. Make mistakes. You wouldn't say what you're saying now, would you? You don't know that. He's not.
But he's not, bro. But that's like saying, "Oh, what if he was good?" You wouldn't be moaning about it, would you? But he's not.
You know, playing
He's never
every week in a French league and playing every league in the Premier League are 2 different things.
Nah, bruv. And where is Holding?
Disagree with you there.
Where has Holding been playing, bro? On the bench?
Nowhere.
Oh, is that your Uber Eats again?
No, I haven't ordered anything. I don't know what that is. So it will just be ignored.
There's quite a few Spurs fans in here today.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. Like, thanks for joining us, guys. Still two games to go, you know. So all to play for. Facts Farmers League. This is another. No, wait. This is another thing that really winds me up. This comment by Sean Warren. Facts Farmers League. Right. This Farmers League produced the likes of Benzema, Henry, Vieira, Turan, Desai. The list goes on. Zidane, Mbappe. Don't just talk to me about Farmers Leagues, man. Just hush your mouth. Let me just get rid of that. Sorry, am I getting too emotional, Terry?
No. It's all right, man. It's all right.
Yeah, wait, there's 239 people in here. How many likes have we got? Have you checked? Because I haven't even checked.
I'm going to check now. We've got about 49.
So there's 200 here, 245, yeah? And 200 people are freeloading. They're not even giving us a like. What is going on, man? Ricky Foreman says, hi, I'm a Spurs fan here. Thanks, Ricky. Look, he was jealous. Yeah, he was jealous when we had all those top strikers. Look at us now. But look, facts of the matter is, though, you've had Golden Boot winners in Kane and Son, right? Potentially this season. And they're the only ones with trophies. To stop, like, it's desperate when you have to use Golden Boot winners as your claim to the season. It's mad.
Yeah, and plus Tottenham, I think last night, you know, people say, oh, you know, listen, had Holding not been stupid enough to get sent off, it would not have been an easy game for you guys as you know, as you think, or you think, oh, you know, we would have smashed it. No, you wouldn't have. It would have been a very different game. I admit the lineup could have been better. We could have played a stronger lineup, but still, you know, you wouldn't have won 3-0 last night, and maybe would have offered something different. Look, you got Emerson Royale, right? When we were 11 versus 11, Martinelli had him on his pocket.
Yeah, man.
And I'm sure it would have caused more problem, right? So, you know, you guys, you can enjoy your moment for now, but next season we'll have better players. And maybe, you know, Antonio Conte will leave, you will go to PSG. That would say a lot about your club. And
listen,
yeah, it's just...
I just love the fact that Conte was making it really obvious he didn't want to be there, and now they've started winning a few games. Suddenly, oh yeah, love my team.
Yeah,
Blah,
Antonio.
I
Yeah,
like.
but
Here's the question: do you think? And I'll ask the Spurs fans this as well. If Spurs miss out on top 4, do you think Conte will stay?
I don't.
I mean, I
think
know he's on an 18-month contract. I don't know how long he's got.
I think it will all depend on Tottenham's summer plan, if he will stay or not. And I think if PSG job become available, he will leave. I would not be surprised if Tottenham get Pochettino back. Pochettino. And
what's his name?
Pochettino. Yeah, we get him back, and away you go. But at the end, but this is an Arsenal channel. I don't want to really talk about Tottenham. It's just last night. You guys could have won 10-0 last night. All we have to do is win our next 2 games. And I may not be Arteta's fan. I may not be, his biggest fan out here. But at the end of the day, I will support him rather than criticize him because of Tottenham or anything. As much as I don't think he's the right man for the job. But when it comes to Spurs game, I back the team and my club all day long. They could have lost 10-0, but still, we could have the last laugh.
Can I ask you a question? How are you going to feel about the contract if we don't make top 4?
My theory would have been true, that they suspected us not getting something at Spurs and Newcastle and don't qualify for Champions League. So that would have been a perfect moment for them after a nice bit of run to announce his contract, because the season could have come to an end, and we would have fallen behind as we could have done. We could have lost to Spurs, which we have done. We could have lost to Newcastle, and we would have been a difficult place. And for them then to come and give him a contract, people would have said, "Well, hold on, so you're rewarding failure?" Because in my view, that would be a failure, to
well,
lose.
the way they've done it, bro, because they've put it out now, and then you're 4 points ahead in 4th. If you flop from that position, does that not make giving the man a new contract look like you're rewarding failure? Because it's almost like, as long as we get top 6, you can have a new contract. So it would be 8 for 6th or 8 and 5th. In what world is that great? I don't know.
I think the time that they announced his contract was a perfect time from an Arsenal point of view, because if we lost to Tottenham or Newcastle, then this whole contract business, it's already done. There's not a lot to talk about. People can have a moan, we can have a bit of thing, and then summer comes, they can make a few signings, and then we go again. Whereas if we fail to qualify for Champions League and then they announce his contract, it would not be a good look.
And listen, and I will say this as well. I don't think Spurs fans should get overconfident yet either. Because, yes, you won the battle, but the war still goes on. And let's not forget, we beat you at our ground. Yeah, we beat you at our ground. You've beaten us on your ground. We were down to 10 men. Listen, I'm not going to make any excuses. We lost. But in the grander scheme of things, we're 1 point ahead. And if we win 2 back-to-back games, you end up 5th. So, and they're not that consistent. What was it? When was it? Did they beat City? Or they beat a big team? I think
they beat City and drew.
And then lost. And then drew point. Like, was it Burnley?
But away? Hold on, Lev. Is that not the same type of football that they were moaning when they had Mourinho there? That, this is not the Spurs way and all that bollocks.
Listen. The only time Spurs fans will complain about Conte's style is if they lose or don't get any success playing that style. Right? Right now, you need to understand with this, Spurs have been starved of success. Like, I mean, genuine success. Not FA Cups during Chaz and Dave's era. Genuine success. So, if Conte gets them that genuine success, even if it means putting a brick wall at the back, and one man up top, they'll take it. And that's the facts. And I'd understand that, because 61 was the last time they won a title, bro.
Let's be honest, Lev. If you take Son and Kane out of Tottenham's team, I don't think that's a top 4 team. That's a top 4. They certainly wouldn't be where they are.
It's not. But when you've got two world-class strikers, you can afford to bug everyone else behind the ball and hope those two get them on the counter. And the difference between Conte and Arteta is as follows. Conte is a more experienced manager.
Yeah.
So he knows my team ain't perfect. I'm going to work to their strengths. Yeah. Whereas Arteta, he hasn't done that. He hasn't worked to our strengths. Yesterday, he should have worked to our strengths. Mark Collins has called us crybabies.
Yeah, it's all right.
Anyway.
I'll live. But guys, listen, there's about 250 people watching. Please hit the like and subscribe if you're new. In about half an hour's time, I'm going on a channel called hold on, I'm going to tell you what it's called. It's called Friday Night Away Days, and their Twitter is Loaded HQ. So I'm going to be going there to discuss. It's a Newcastle channel, so we're going to discuss Arsenal game against Newcastle, and it will be a Newcastle point of view as well. So come and join us at 7:30. If you've got our Twitter, Arsenal Lounge Twitter, I've retweeted the show, so you can click on the link.
I'm going to get my little alias account so I could start hurling stuff at you.
yeah. Trust Lev to do that as well.
Anyone in here, follow Shaheen to that channel, and
come and show up for the Arsenal. Come and show up for the Arsenal.
Come and show up.
But yeah, man. Let's talk about the Newcastle game a little bit. Yeah, it's on YouTube. You know, if you guys got our Twitter, you can do it. Let me see if I can put a link on that here as well, so you can just click on the link and see it. But go on, Lev. How do you feel about the Newcastle game?
My concern is how yesterday's result affects us moving forward. First, mentally. That's my concern. Is it going to galvanize us? Is it going to ruin us? Now, the way Arteta might have played it might be smart. He might be galvanizing the team, making them think they've been so badly wronged, this, that, and the other. You know, and they go in and they need to win. We need to win the game. It's as simple as that. And that kind of plays into Newcastle's hands a little bit, because their last game at home, they've got the excitement coming of a new, ridiculously rich owner that's going to probably catapult them into top 4 in the coming season or two. We need to get in there now, right? Because someone at some point is going to be pushed out of that top 4. It could be Chelsea, it could be us, it could be Spurs. Doesn't matter who you are. The Premier League doesn't take any prisoners. Titles don't mean anything. Your name don't mean anything. Look at where Man United are right now. So if you're not cutting it, you will eventually start to spiral. So we need to get in now. So we need to win. It does play into Newcastle's hands a little bit. They can play this game relaxed. Maybe our added intensity from the need to win will help. It's important how he sets up, in a sense. He's got to go attacking now. He's got no choice. It's also going to be important, as in who's going to be available. Gabriel, is he available or not? If not, What does he do? Does he go Tomiyasu in the middle with White? Is that what you think he's going to do? And then Tavares and Cedric? Can you imagine?
I think so.
Is it Maximus? What's his name?
Saint Maximum.
Yeah, Saint Maximum. If he's playing, I'm going to be worried about him. For sure.
Listen, he's not. The only thing with Saint Maximum is he's got a lot of trickery on him, right? But he doesn't have finish. He doesn't have a finished product. He doesn't have the finishing touch to finish things off. Son is a lot better than Saint Maximum, and you know,
I think,
yeah, and I think that would have been a more of a issue to deal with than Saint Maximum. I think potentially Cedric can huff and puff, but you know. Yeah,
listen, who do you think he's going to play then? Let's go through a lineup. Who do you think he's going to play here tomorrow?
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be Ramsdale, Cedric. I'm assuming Gabriel's not going to be there, so I'm going to say Ramsdale, Cedric, Tomiyasu, Ben White, Tavares, xhaka, Elneny, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, and Nketiah. But I'm not sure. I heard something that xhaka is suspended.
No, he's not.
Because of that yellow card.
No, he's not. He's not. I've not heard that at all. Brandon kept on going on about it yesterday. He's on 9 red cards, isn't he, at the moment?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Can you guys confirm? He's not. And this was what was winding me up yesterday. People kept going, "Oh, we've lost xhaka," and I'm like, "Have we? We haven't." So at the end of the day, the one sort of saving grace is we have some sort of partnership in midfield that has worked in the past, i.e. Xhaka and El Neni, even if it's not our best partnership. And then, you know, as long as he can play everybody else, we still stand a very good chance. If Gabriel is fit, even better chance. So
listen, Newcastle don't have the same firepower that, let's say, for argument's sake, Tottenham have. You know, they've got Chris Wood. That's not somebody that I would fear. The only person is saying Maximum, but again, as I said, he doesn't have his finishing is not great. So I actually fancy us beating Newcastle away. The only thing that worries me is the midfield and Newcastle's defense, because I don't, you know, they've got Dan Burns
and John Joe Shelby. Now, listen, John Joe Shelby is an underrated baller, by the way. I've always maintained it. But you want to win things or get top fours and play Champions League football, and you're playing against the likes of John Joe Shelby and Dan Brown, did you say?
Dan Burns in the defense.
Whatever his name is, Dan Burns, then. You got to beat these teams.
He doesn't have pace, and Nketiah can beat him on pace. But look, the only thing that I'm hoping for is Newcastle players to be on the beach already, because they got nothing to play for. The only thing is that it's the last home game of the season. That is it. They might want to end that with a win. Apart from that, they don't really have anything. And I think against Man City, I saw Wilson was back as well for Newcastle.
Wilson!
Yeah. I don't know what his surname is, but Wilson.
Callum Wilson.
Callum Wilson, that's it. Callum Wilson.
Good striker.
He's
very injury prone.
He's quite quick. But he's been out for a while. He's been injured. So it's not... Yeah, it can be a tricky game. But listen, at the end of the day, Arsenal, if they turn up and they want it more, which they should, because there's a lot at stake here, they should win the game.
Yeah. So are you going to give us a prediction?
Me?
Or we haven't got a show on Monday, have we? Because the game's on
we'll ask for the guys' predictions before that. But I'm going to go for 2
on Monday, though, no?
Huh?
Are we doing something on Monday?
Yeah, we might be doing a watch along with Mo on Monday for the game. So,
what? Right?
Yeah, watch along with Mo. So you're going to see. It's like you will see what it's like watching a football game with Mo and Lev.
No, you don't want to see. Does anyone not ask why I don't get involved with watch-alongs? That, bro, you should have seen me yesterday.
He called me, and I called him actually, right? And I called him and I said, Lev, the first thing he said to me, "Oh, fuck off, man! I don't want to talk." And I'm like, "What have I done? I haven't got sent off, you know. I'm not playing for the Arsenal. Right. How come I'm getting the thing?" But yeah, we might do a watch along with more.
I don't like doing watch alongs because I'm worried about how it's going to get clipped and stuff. Because and then people start accusing you of doing it for views and shit. And I've seen what it's done to people like Troopz and people like that over the years. Do you know what I mean? It's like I'm Cypriot, you're Iranian. We're passionate people. I don't know how you react when you watch a game, but I lose my shit.
No,
I don't like seeing that. So I'd rather just. Maybe in front of Mo behaved. Huh?
What's your prediction?
Pain. Boy, and this is important as well because my last 2 games, I need to catch up with you lot. So I don't have to pay this £200 dinner. So I'm now...
Lev, 1 game, yeah? If you get it wrong, you basically need to get both results spot on. You and Arsenal are on the same page.
I only need 1 perfect result while somebody else doesn't get it.
I don't know, man. You and Arsenal are on the same page. You both need to get everything right for the next 2 games.
Saracen Gooner, no, we're not opening the panel today, bro. That's after match reaction straight after the game. So we'll be doing that on Monday after the Newcastle game. And as we've proven yesterday, no matter how bad the result is, unlike some, we still come on. So Monday is the next one, Saracen Gooner. I will say 2-1 Arsenal.
Yeah, I've already said 2-1 Arsenal as well. I think Arsenal, they need a result. They have to turn up. So hopefully they will. we've been doing this for about an hour.
Yes.
As I said, I'm in about half an hour's time. I'm going on a
Yeah, so we
Jordan
need to
channel.
wrap it up, because you need to go and get your hair in place and shit.
I'm just putting a link in the chat. So if you want to come and support us there and give your thoughts, this is the link for the show. So click on it and come on. Lev, final thoughts?
Yes, Sean C. I am from Northern Cyprus. Well, my family is, but I was born here. So there you go. My final thoughts is, in the cold light of day, now that we're looking at it, yes, we lost yesterday. Yes, it did hurt. It wasn't the fact we lost that hurt. It was more how we lost. It was the manner of the performance. It was the manner of the capitulation mentally from certain players that we've always had doubts for. And also, it wound me up the way Arteta lined up. Now, the only way we could salvage this season, and if these players want to make it up to the fans, is they've got to win these next 2 games. These are the 2 biggest games we've had in recent times, because this takes us back to the top 4. There's a lot of Spurs fans in here giving it Billy Big Bollocks because we lost yesterday and saying we only belong in the top 5 and this, that. And they're only fucking they're still 1 point behind us. So I just don't understand the mentality. So it's weird. But you lot keep harping on, dare to do whatever it is you do, because it's nothing. And this is the moment now we've been waiting for. 2 games back to back. We need Arsenal to make up for the fans what went on yesterday. So 2 massive games. Whether you're Spurs, though, respect. Thank you for joining us. Come on, you Arsenal. We can still do this. Shaheen, good luck today on the Newcastle show. I'm going to watch that. And make sure you follow him to the channel, to watch him, give him support.
I want to say thank you to everybody who obviously gave us their time and watched us. Please hit the like, subscribe if you're new, and hopefully we can get the 2 wins that we needed, and hopefully Burnley can do us a favor, because I don't see Norwich doing anything, and Tottenham, on a typical fashion, they will bottle it, and we will qualify for the Champions League, because it will need that in order to have a successful summer. Anyway,
One more thing before you go.
Go on.
Just want to highlight something. People like this that use football to say sick things like, you lot are dementia patients. How do you know that someone's family members are not suffering from it here and now? Ask yourself a question, bruv. Are you human? Think it's only football. It's just a game. Anyway, that's it. Peace out. We're out of here. Fuck off, you Spurs.